The House Benghazi Committee have changed since the leading Republican candidate for Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, admitted openly that the committee was created by House Republicans to lower Hillary Clinton's poll numbers. Republicans had called this a serious, credible, nonpartisan investigation into the attack on the Benghazi diplomatic post in 2012, even as information they said would be kept secret has been leaked on a regular basis to the press for the last few months, always in ways that seem designed specifically to try to hurt Hillary Clinton. Well, now, Democrats on the committee are going on offense about that. Today, the 5 Democrats who are on that committee sent a letter to the chairman of the committee saying they plan to release previously undisclosed testimony that was given to that committee by one of Hillary Clinton's top aides, Cheryl Mills. Cheryl Mills testified for 8 hours before the committee last month. And after that testimony, the chairman, Trey Gowdy, said that information, that testimony would be treated, quote, as if it were classified. Well, not really, because as soon as she was done testifying, parts of it were leaked from the committee. Parts of it that seemed, again, clearly designed to make Hillary Clinton look as bad as possible. Well, now, the Democrats are threatening to release that testimony in full to the American people, basically turning to go on offense on a story on which the Republicans have been on shaky ground for quite some time. But now they're in a position almost unimaginable months ago because of what their speaker in waiting has just admitted about what they're doing here. Joining us now here in Los Angeles is Congressman Adam Schiff, who's a member of on Benghazi. He's one of the 5 Democrats to sign that letter threatening to release that testimony to the American public against Chairman Trey Gowdy's wishes. Congressman Schiff, thanks for being here.
Good to be with you.
So why threaten to release that full testimony? Why warn the chairman that you're about to do that? What's the goal?
Well, the goal is to really set the record straight. And we have experienced over the last 16 months that this committee has been in existence, selective leaks by the committee, by the chairman, notwithstanding all the promises to work in a bipartisan way and not to leak information. They've acted in a very partisan way, interviewing witnesses without us present, not even telling us about the interviews when they don't corroborate the GOP conspiracy theories. And then in the case of Cheryl Mills, leaking again inaccurate information. And we finally decided enough is enough. Their speaker in waiting has acknowledged this was always about attacking Secretary Clinton. And I think now that is abundantly clear, not just from his statements. Even a month ago, I wrote an op-ed in the New York Times saying we should shut this committee down. The reality is, after 16 months, after $4.5 million, we have no new insight, nothing new to tell the American people about what happened in Benghazi. And on one level, that's not surprising. We had 7 or 8 other investigations before this one began. But we basically have said enough is enough. If they're going to continue selectively leaking things, we are going to be publishing them in their entirety so the American people can see the context.
If Chairman Gowdy, I mean, you were telling him, you weren't asking him. But if he decides to try to stop you from doing this, is there anything that he can do to stop you? Can he say you're breaking a rule and then punish you somehow in a way that might make you not do this?
No, there isn't. I mean, if he has some argument that some part of the interview is so sensitive it should be released, we'll listen to what he has to say. But no, there's nothing that will prohibit us from doing this. I think, frankly, there are many other interviews that should also be published. Now, some of them, like Cindy Blumenthal, was a deposition, different rules. And there we may be prevented from unilaterally making a disclosure. But if they're going to continue to do this, they released selective emails they wanted published, but not others. They would release the emails of a witness, but not the witness's testimony about those emails. We're going to put our foot down and say enough is enough. We're going to start publishing these materials.
When Secretary Clinton today raised the prospect that the committee might not exist by the time she's due to testify to them on October 22nd, is that a possibility? Do you think it's possible the committee will be ended sometime soon?
It is a possibility that Democrats will end their participation. We had a vigorous debate at the outset about whether we should participate at all. I frankly took the position that we shouldn't, that this would be, in effect, what it has become, which is solely about trying to attack Secretary Clinton. Now, there were good reasons to be in the room, and frankly, if we hadn't been in the room, then we wouldn't be in the position to be releasing this transcript, to be setting the record straight. So it was a tough call, but at the same time, our continued participation gives this committee a patina of respectability it doesn't deserve. And at a certain point, we may just decide there's nothing productive for us to do to be part of this charade.
Congressman Adam Schiff from here in Southern California, thank you for your time tonight. It's good to get your take on this.